Welcome back. Today is a nasty, cloudy, rainy, cold day. So when that happens, I always think of filling, warm, and hearty soups. So I want to find a way to take one of my favorites, potato soup, and make it a little bit better for us. I'm going to try a few things with cauliflower and see what we can do. One thing I learned from the broccoli soup from last time I made a soup was the rotel tomatoes really added a lot to the soup. This time I'm going to use the rotel style diced tomatoes again, the ones that I got at Aldi. I bought 2 cans, but I'm not going to use as much in this soup. I want it a little more mild. I want to taste the potatoes quite a bit more. I think I want to go with about half of the head of cauliflower, including the middle part. Anyway, I'm going to blend it so it doesn't matter as much. What I want to do here is roast the cauliflower at a low temperature to get rid of the cauliflower flavor. Cauliflower can have a strong flavor because it's a member of that same brassica family, a member of the cabbage family. They're kind of all related. I'm going to roast these off. I don't want any color on the cauliflower, so I'm going to keep them at a very, very low temperature. I'm going to set the oven to about 200, 250, and I'm going to do those for about 30 minutes or more to get them nice and tender. While the cauliflower is working, I'm going to tell you the reason for the carrot is a little deceptive. We want something along the lines of a cheesy potato soup. So it's going to have a little bit of cheese in it, but you eat with your eyes before you taste it. So if it has more of an orange tinge, just a slight orange tinge to it, you've already convinced yourself it has a little bit more flavor in it. So that cheesy creaminess that you think is there, it's going to be kind of a magic trick. Come from steamed carrot. And I'm going to pop these in the microwave and just steam them until they are done. The oven and the microwave are both kind of noisy, but I'm going to chop the potatoes. I'm going to chop these really small. I'm not going to blend the soup. I do want most of the potato to break down. And that's where the creaminess will come from. Some that don't will give us the texture that we're looking for, just slight potato pieces. So I like a little texture in the soup. If you're doing your prep work ahead of time, cutting your potatoes or whatever, it is, oh Lord, it's not even 10 a.m. this morning. I've done work for the day. I work online. So I finished teaching for the day and I want my potatoes done. I will fix my dinner and lunch at the same time, but we don't want the potatoes to brown or get yucky, oxidize actually. So pop those into some water. That'll keep them fresh. So I have to accurately measure all the ingredients. It just doesn't take that long to pop it in the recipe builder. Make sure that everything is good to go. 12 ounces of potatoes. So I have 12 ounces exactly of red potato into the little chopper. I'm going to put that one solitary carrot. I steamed in the microwave with a little bit of the water. It's not going to hurt anything. It's going to add to the soup, and water doesn't have any points anyway. That's the little trick. We are tricking the eyes before we start in with the soup. I'll give you that cheesy look. It will have cheese in it. We're just not going overboard with the cheese, and the carrots will give it that look of a cheesier soup. I'm going to chop and clean these little bits of scallion that I have left. I mentioned before I do my lunch and dinner at the same time usually. I do this for 2 reasons. I do work from home, so that's always convenient. I like to clean up one time, one set of dishes, clean the kitchen once, and everything is done and ready. And then when everybody trickles in the afternoons from sports and different activities, everything is ready to go. And usually we can sit down and eat together. And in the few moments that we actually do have together, we're not spent cooking or doing anything. We can actually be together. 2 large cloves of garlic. These little monsters are big today. Save myself a little work and let it chop the garlic as well. So the only thing that works as much as my cutting board, probably not as much, but close to it, the pressure cooker. Into the pressure cooker, I'm going to throw the carrots. I need to get a new insert for my pressure cooker. That would be fantastic. I'm still on the market for one of those. This one is so well loved. This will make the soup quick, easy, and I will not have to worry with it. I'm going to let that cook for just a few minutes. The carrots are non-existent now. I'm going to add 1/3 of a cup of those rotel style tomatoes, the diced tomatoes and chilies. This is the one from Aldi, diced tomatoes with green chilies. I still have the Instant Pot on the browning function. I'm going to go ahead and add in the 12 ounces of chopped red potatoes. I'm going to let these cook for just a little bit. The cauliflower is still going in the oven. 2 ounces of hard Parmesan cheese. I had that in the freezer, so I just popped it in the microwave to chop it up just a little bit. It's going to cook for a long time, so it doesn't really have to be chopped well. It's going to melt into it and give it a richness. So the second little trick to this soup, other than little carrot trick, is taking the now cooked cauliflower. I'm going to throw it into the Vitamix. Throw it into a blender. Now that they're tender, they have no color on them. And toss that in with the amount of milk I had planned on using in the soup anyway. I did plan on using the milk. I've cut calories and points in other areas, so I'm using milk. I'm going to toss those into the blender. I'm going to do it into 2 batches. So with each batch, I'm going to put probably about a cup of milk. Yeah, a cup would be plenty. Because the cauliflower cooked down so well in the oven, the Vitamix can handle it. And I'm going to just incorporate the rest of the pieces in the original 1 cup of milk. So the blended cauliflower and milk, because I baked the cauliflower in the oven and now blended it, it's very, very smooth. It actually doesn't have any flavor to it at all. That's what I was going for. You can see just from the potatoes, the 2 small ounces of cheese. The cheese is melty and stringy. And the magic comes in when we pour in the cauliflower. Blended with 1 cup of milk. It has a lot of froth to it right now because I blended it so smooth. I didn't want any remaining bits of cauliflower. That's going to tone down that bright orange. It's still a little too thick. I'm going to come back in, finish the rest of this cauliflower. I'm going to come in with vegetable stock to up the flavor and the volume of the soup. I'm going to put it in the mixer where I had the cauliflower, so we're not wasting any of that cauliflower, and it cleans the mixer a little bit. You can see that those Rotel style tomatoes didn't really change much. See a few of them floating around. The little bit of cheese that's in there is going to add flavor. Come back in with salt and pepper, whatever seasoning you want to go with your potato soup, and enjoy. Try this for your family. Adjust everything to your own liking. Thanks for watching.